Hey guys, Katie here. Well, the infamous 149 is done. So this is the final video on that engine that the mouse nest was in there. The mouse nest, I should say, in urine, locking all the engine up. So I got a quick little video of showing the engine on the run stand. It's the video I took for the customer, Richie, that I sent him telling him, look, it's back running together. And then I threw it back in the tractor. Everything's ready to go on the tractor. And the rest of the video, the main issue it came in for is because it wasn't charging. So I did some starter generator tests. We tried a few regulators. None of them seemed to work right. So I bit the big bullet, spent the big money, bought the exact regulator it's supposed to be, because that's what you're supposed to do with these Cub Cadets, buy the right one. And even though the other one said they'd work, they didn't. So let's see how I made out. All right, enjoy, guys. All right, Richie, she's back together and running good. So I gotta put the shroud back on, put the sheet metal back on, and get her into the tractor. So just wanted to show you, she's back up and running. All right, I'll talk to you later. All right, we're here with the 149. We got the engine back in, it's running good, driving good, but it's not charging. So we have to figure out what's going on. You start out with the starter generator, and the way to test a starter generator on one of these old Cub Cadets, or any starter generator for that matter, you disconnect all the wires from it, put 12 volts to the armature terminal, the big terminal, or battery terminal, or armature, big one, and that's the bottom one. You let it rev up, then you take the positive cable and you stick it immediately on the field. It should shut off within like a second. So let's test it out. And it did, it shut it off immediately. So that starter generator is good. So now, why is it not charging? All right. Another test you can do to make sure if the starter generator is working properly is you start the engine up, you get it up to normal speed, and you ground out the field terminal to a ground just temporarily, and you should see your ammeter spike. Okay, full charge. That means you're defeating the voltage regulator. You're saying, I want full charge. And I did that, okay? I actually did that when it was running. I connected the two and the ammeter went full, so great. The problem I'm having is when I put the voltmeter on the battery while it's running, all right, the meter it's a digital meter, but it's going all over the place. It's no standard reading, so I think that voltage regulator is messed up. So I'm gonna take that voltage regulator off. I have another one. Let me take that off and see if I could diagnose what's going on with it. But right now, it's not giving me good readings at the battery. It's jumping all over the place. So let me try and figure that out. Let me take that regulator out and we'll be back shortly. Okay, another thing it's doing with the key off, which is synonymous with a bad regulator relay, is that when one of the relays is stuck, the starter will keep on turning, the starter generator, without you turning the key. Right now the key's in the off position. Watch what happens when I put the battery cable back on. It's turning that starter generator. That means one of the relays is stuck inside. So something's going on with that regulator. I'm gonna take it out, see what's going on. All right, we're gonna try it with a brand new starter, or a brand new regulator, and it's got the terminals the way they're supposed to be. Generator, or ground is ground, and on the top you should have bat gen field, and we have bat gen field. So not a cheap one, almost $100, but I'm gonna hook it up and let's see if she charges. All right, we got the regulator hooked up, both screws are in nice and tight, everything's tight, grounded down, battery's fully charged. Well, no, it's not fully charged. Let's see what the battery shows. Should be close to fully charged, 12.5. Let's see. I've got my true RMS voltmeter here. Let me connect the leads. Yeah, 12.6. All right, we're gonna turn it on real quick. We're gonna see if the ammeter on the dash goes positive, because that's the sure sign that it's charging. And usually these old Cub Cadets that ammeter goes bang, 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 bang all the way to the charge side when it's charging. So let's turn it on. Ready? Let's see. Choke. It's definitely charging, so hopefully he'll have good luck with this thing. But before, like I said, I was only getting about 3 volts out of the field. I don't know what was going on with that, but that ammeter would never ever go into the charge area. And I know on the old Cub Cadets, when it charges good, it definitely pings that charge sign. So 16, 17 volts is definitely putting out. We're going to keep it running for a little while and make sure that regulator shuts it off and doesn't explode the battery. But I'm going to call this one a win. Not a cheap alternator, not a cheap voltage regulator. You can get the copycat regulators that look like the Cub Cadet regulator, but they don't have the terminals in the right location. You got to make sure you get the right one, and you got to know who you're buying it from and make sure they realize what it's going in and what it's supposed to do. So this one said it was for a 149 Cub Cadet, which is a 149, and I actually called him up and I said, look, I've tried 3 or 4. He goes, yep. He goes, this is the right one, and all the terminals were in the exact same location as the old one, so it pays to spend a little more money. If you go to the Cub Cadet dealer and try and get one, they're probably going to be about 150, 200 bucks. This one here, they average about 147 on eBay. There's another guy that sells them, I think, for about 100, but he was out of them. So all right, so I'm gonna call this customer up. He's gonna be happy. He uses this thing. He's got a tow hitch on it. He hauls logs and all kinds of heavy stuff all around his property. So that's gonna be a win-win, guys. All right, that's it for now. We will talk to you soon.